How's it going, guys? Today we have my 2001 XR650R, and I got a Hinson billet clutch basket. If you don't know what that is, I did a little unboxing, but this is pretty much what it is. And what will happen is over time, little grooves in here will form from the chatter of the clutch plates. So you might need to check on that. You can file them down a little and get you by longer. But you will at some point, if you keep the bike long enough, have to replace that. It's not too bad. This was $180 for this bike. That's not extreme in any way. I have no payments on this bike. And I know there's wear in there because when we did the top end, there was grooves in these side fins. So anyways, I laid over my bike. Fred here helped me. Okay, hey guys, I pulled the camera forward and we'll get in here. These are 8mm, so this is all you need. I already serviced my rear brake. Did a little separate video for that. For anyone that didn't know, they should service that. So this is pretty straightforward, guys. And the best thing to do with your bolts, because they're probably going to be all different sizes if I recall, which always sucks, is A, you don't lose them, and B, let's set them out in order. So you just pick a place to start, and I put them on a rag just in order as I pull them out. So I started down here. So the next one to my lineup will be this guy, and I think this one's short too. So there's 3 long bolts and 4 short ones, and it would be pretty easy to not mess those up because the length is drastic on both. And pretty much you just pull this off. I bought a new O-ring. The XR650R has an O-ring. There's the cover. Pretty straightforward. The cover is made from magnesium, which surprisingly this cover is not that expensive. I think it was like 60 bucks. I don't know, it wasn't much. I was actually surprised considering, you know, a street bike, they charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars from the OEM. So it's pretty cool. That's an O-ring I bought. I have a couple extra O-rings. Obviously, laying the bike over works for this bike. You know, no oil to get the clutch out of it. I can kind of wipe off the side there a little better. 4 bolts to take off the pressure plate. Not too bad. And I will show you the wear spots when I get back. And this clutch is fairly new, so this is just an Outlaw Racing or Pit Posse. Pit Posse makes clutches under Outlaw Racing, and I've had no issue with it. And I paid, well, I had a discount. Normally I think it was like 80 bucks, but I paid like 40. So what you will want to do, guys, is change your socket. Now it's a 10. Not that hard. I also got a cool new tool too. So I'll evenly evenly take those off. The socket or the head of those are just okay. Much. And that is how it comes out. Spring, bolt, washer. Just like that. I'll set it over here. So if you want to change the pressure on your clutch, you can change these springs out. You can get springs from Barnett, a bunch of companies. And there you go. There's that guy. You can see there's a bearing in there. It's good. The bearings are out. Probably doesn't take much pressure there. So when you take your clutch out, just literally plop it over, make a stack, and now the plate. And take note what things are coming off. Oh, there's this, see this spacer, and it's also concaved. Hopefully you can see it on there, but it's directional. The higher part, it's kind of like a dish, like this would be like a dish. It's going down, that's up. I don't know if you can see that, but just want to take it over, put it on the pile. And here's my plate. It looks good. Again, I'm being careful to keep note of how this all goes together. Next plate. Looks like good life still. Like I said, I just put this in there not that long ago, not that many miles ago. And just pop them apart. Which is good. The clutch looks good. And so the part I'm replacing is the basket, which is this outer piece. There's also an inner piece. Hey, taking a chance that mine's not too wore on the inner, which there's a little. I will check it out, make note, and that's a piece I have to get back in here. As you see, it's not a big deal to get in here. I will get that on order and at some point and do it. Replace it. It's not a big deal. Life on the pads on these look great. See an issue. You know, doing it piece by piece also, I'm looking for stuff. If maybe there's something funky going on. Ah, see, that's something funky. That piece is broken. I got a broken clutch plate. Fits in there just like that. Which is funny, because it's probably been like that for a long time. I'm gonna probably just have to reassemble it, because I don't think I've kept any of the stock clutch plates for this bike. So I will probably just reassemble it, because I got a ride coming up, and I don't think I will get a new one in time. So I picked these up, the CK series from EBC. It was, their price on here is $70.95, but they gave me a little discount and got it right in. With tax, I paid $64. So not bad. And I've had them soaking in oil, some AMS oil, a little bit that I had left. Let them soak overnight, so that's good to go. Also, to aid in the clutch basket removal, I have this tool in the CT009 from EBC. So, basically, it just will let you put it on and hold the clutch basket to remove the center bolt. So I'll take that back off. We've had quite a bit of snow, so I kind of put that back on just to keep snow out of the clutch. Okay, so I want to remove this nut. Well, of course you can take out the centerpiece there. And So it's indented right there. There's a little spot. And basically just bend that out with a screwdriver. And then undo the bolt. I think that's a 27. So you get the 27 socket. Pretty sure. Now let's go ahead and the screwdriver will fit in that slot. So you just kind of bend that little safety tab somewhat back to round. Zoom you out a little. So also torque wrench. I'll have to look that up again. I think it's 75. But see, that would just spin. Now, of course, you could use an impact and hit it, and it would take that off. But that's why I bought the tool, because my impact, I don't have a big compressor, so mine's not that good. See, just drop it in there like that. Yeah. Okay. Have to use the longer torque wrench to undo it. I can. Oh, there we go. That's all you do. Go slow. Quite sure what's going to come off. So that's pretty much your center. Kind of look at it. Yeah, definitely have some wear in there. Probably do want to get a new center. Center doesn't wear as much as the rest from my understanding. This part's not that expensive. You can get it from 50 to 80 bucks depending on the site. So I'm not going to do it now because I need the bike. My wife would like her car spot back in the garage. But that's definitely something I will now take a mental note of, and will definitely probably order. I'll pull this out. I think there's another washer right on there. Ooh. Okay. So this bad boy here is the clutch basket. You can see your gear on the back. Of course, you can look at the wear on that, and man, I know my bike's been well used, a lot of miles, so I'm sure there's somewhere, and I'm sure at some point some gears could be changed. That one actually looks great. This one over here inside, I can notice a little wear, but spring-loaded punch. Put on. Of course, put a little oil on there so you don't burn out the drill bit. Okay, there we go. Got the head off. Right there. Don't know if that focused. Let's see. There we go. So the next size up of 9.53 millimeter drill bit worked good. So actually that worked kind of quicker than the, now that I know what I'm doing, what works, I think that'll go really smooth. It goes, you kind of drill into this plate a little bit, not a big deal. New basket has a new plate. That needs to be punched out, but I don't think that's so much a worry right this second. So I will keep with this theme of drilling because that's what I found works. So there you go, guys, got that plate off. Wow. Wow. So here's the the cush. I guess it has somewhat of cushioning in it. And pretty much, if I understand right, yeah, this is just going to lift off. Because those are into the fins, or I don't know what you call them, but into these guys on the back side of the Hinson. Okay guys, it took a little bit of work. I got the sticker that says use red Loctite 272 off, which Permatex makes one that is 27200 for the 10 mil. The 6 mil should be at your Autoparts store, and it's cheap. It's like $8. The red Loctite stuff brand is outrageously priced, like 27 bucks, but they only sell it in a 50 mil tube that I could find. So pretty much you just pull that right off. Of course I need to bang off the shavings. Ooh, I guess one of the doodads here got stuck on. You notice they're all indented the same way. I'm guessing that's the typical direction and rotation. So, brought over the oil pan just to degrease it because all those bits are sticking. So there's the Hinson. Here's the gear, all clean, as good as I can get. There's probably some little flakes, but just kind of go around it, look. So then you just slide that. There we go. So it's just really tight. So I did it with 2 out. All look really good. I don't know if the WD-40 probably doesn't matter too much. It's not like coating, but I'm gonna wipe it off. And I'll let you know if the screws are held in by a 4 mil Allen, which I will get my socket one in a minute. So it feels heavy. So you'd be red, but I guess then it would be like the red Loctite brand, and I don't know how generously, I mean generously, do I want to have to buy another tube? I will do the screws generously. And I know why they're saying do that, because obviously in an application like this that is speeding at high speeds inside, you don't want that to come undone. I mean, that will definitely lock up your bike on the trail. Just tighten it in a star pattern, I'll go around probably a couple times. Okay guys, I found a littler punch. So guys, once you get this clutch basket all together, which is a pain in the butt, just go over it real quick, drill out the hold plate, that worked the best. Pop it all off, clean it up because you'll have shavings everywhere. Get the best you can. I use brake cleaner to get off the old oil that was sticking the shavings on, and everything looks good. There's actually cushions in here, so there's kind of like a cush drive to it. Then you peen these on this side, red Loctite, 272, or you can get the generic stuff, which I was going to show you. So I got this stuff that you can get right at your AutoZone. I got it. It's just high temperature, that's all. Nothing too serious. There we go. So you got to rotate that until you get that little gear lined up. The big one lined up really quick. And now that bushing's flush there, which is how I remember seeing it. We got the center guy here. That is splined. So you just line it up. Get that washer there. So once you get the center in, and there's a washer that goes right there, I just left it on so not to lose anything. There's also this center piece that I'll clean off because I just had it setting out here. Notice how dirty it got. And this center piece is keyed. Well, I guess not really. Oil spins out of there, I do believe. They call that the spring seat I just put in. So I want the judder spring, which should be a close-up diagram, at least in my book, that will, let's see, that will kind of show you how it goes in. And as I said, all bikes can be different. So definitely take a look at this stuff in your manual. This is how it goes for an XR. It's kind of dish shape. I want so it's out like that. Let's go back to my page that shows the order of stuff. But then I got the judder. Then I got the one oddball clutch plate. And you can see I soaked their clutch plates in good oil. This is some AMSOIL. I didn't have enough to do for my gas. And you follow pretty much follow the book. So we got that one on. Oh, you know what I need to do first? What I need to do first, and it's best to do first because you use this handle. Spin the center. Line everything up. There we go. Alright, there I go. Okay. Obviously that's not totally tight. This is where you want the torque wrench. And you look at your manual, it says 87 foot-pounds. So you take your ginormous torque wrench, hit right into the exhaust. That's okay. There we go. Yay! So you get that nut back on. The thing to make sure that nut stays in place is you find your screwdriver that you don't mind whacking it. You find the little indentation here. And you just feel we'll use the correct terms here. I got the spring seat on and the judder spring on. And next is just to go through the process of putting these pieces all on. I'll throw the old clutch to the side. And clutch plates, they're cut in a certain way. It doesn't really matter which direction, just keep it uniform. And I hate when stuff sits out in the garage like this. I'll just give it a quick wipe, just dirt, grime. And all you do is line it up with the teeth. There you go. Toss it on. Grab my bag of new. Foot there so it doesn't leak out. Just grab. So there's one different and 6 the same. The one different went in first. Then you just take your clutch plates that have been soaking, toss the old to the side. Like I said, I'm just doing a quick wipe, just kind of had wind and stuff been blown in. I'm going to stick these all in the same way. And so the metal plates I have on here are pit posse. That's what these fibers were. The one that broke, but it was in there wrong. Also grabs. Goes in there just like so. Sometimes the basket, that last fiber will be different on some bikes, and it will be turned. Each bike is different, so it is what it is. And you just take your spring, which these are pit posse springs, and you take that. Look up them how they were, how I pulled them out. Those were fine. And being newer springs, they should be okay. And you can get stiffer springs for clutches, and what they'll do is provide more pressure, even biting pressure, so there's less chance of slippage. So guys, you take your 10 mil, and this also has a torque spec. I'll read it off to you from the manual. 9 foot-pounds. That's pretty low. You would have to have a torque wrench that goes that low. I guess I work on stuff enough that I can actually tell when something's tight. I've never actually had anything loose enough. The only time I've had something not tight is because I didn't tighten it. So on this bike, you get a rubber O-ring deal. At least they're smart. And this is why a lot of times you just use a new one, because these things stretch. Sometimes, you know, you're okay, other times you're not. I mean, that's a lot of excess right there. And you might be able to work it and get it in there, but you'll be fighting with it. So, okay guys, once you get that O-ring on the cover, it's good to go. Like I said, Honda is awesome. They have little pinches that kind of hold it there. Some bikes, manufacturers, they don't have that. You're fighting it, trying not to pinch. Where did I start? It's been a few days, so I think my little guy goes there. Yep. That guy goes through and falls in, so it makes it kind of easy. Put in the other 2 oddball ones. Take the 8 mil. Get them down, but don't tighten them. I think I'll back you guys out a little bit. Ooh, not in. There you go, guys. Backed you out a little bit. Hopefully the video turns out good. So get these all tightened down. Of course, right now I'm just getting them so they're kind of down. And again, I will do a start pattern. I will probably start with this one, just because I'm there. Of course, in the manual, there's torque values for all this stuff. So, yeah, that's it, guys. There's my new clutch, the Hinson clutch basket, how to change it over. Sorry this video happened to be so long, but thanks for watching. I will have part numbers in my description, you know, like what I use, the EBC clutch number, the Hinson number, the clutch removal tool, because that was a little confusing of which one went to this bike, and whatever else there is, you know, the generic Loctite and all that good stuff. And so anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos.